Yo, and hello and welcome to the 100th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. Damn. New episodes go for free every Wednesday in audio format on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast directories, and in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at createforsanity.com, where you can listen to episodes, subscribe for behind-the-scenes news, read some rad articles, and buy sick t-shirts from our shop. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent.
That's it?
Bass.
Oh, I thought you were just going to drop a Brent. I was like, that works. I was like...
Nah, man. We got to have the Bass in there. Yeah. I just had to... I wanted to give you a moment of silence.
Oh, I like that. Moment of silence.
Brent, moment of silence, Bass.
That sounds like something happened.
Like... Yeah, it was very depressing. Yeah, so what's been up, Brent?
Oh, man.
It's our 100th episode, dude.
We're triple digits.
We're in that 100.
100. So many podcasts never live to see the 100th episode. You know, especially podcasts as long like we have a pretty substantially lengthy podcast. You know
we do.
And I feel like it takes a lot of. Well, I feel like we should give ourselves a little pat on the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally would, but then we'd be out of frame. Another one of our, see, it's like the struggle's real here.
Real.
But we do it. We make it work, dude.
Yeah.
I was thinking we should totally get one of those pictures that your sister sent us and get it framed, just get it done, get it up on the wall. Yeah. We're at the 100th episode, man. We got to upgrade this.
We got to upgrade. We got to take it to the next level.
Just get rid of this green screen.
We need to advertise the Patreon, get that popping, get the second camera in position.
It's so difficult.
It is difficult. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's about just doing it, though. We're just going to do it,
But damn, dude, 100 episodes.
That's what I'm saying.
Think about 100 weeks ago. We were sitting in a car outside of your apartment complex doing this.
Yeah, no video.
No microphones, no red box.
No computers. Whoa. Those were the days. Take me back to the day. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, dude, it's awesome. 100. We're old.
Yeah.
We're old.
We're an old man podcast.
Yeah, now we can start talking about cars and
we're
golf
edging
and
up
stuff.
On the year episode. So, you guys out there, ask your questions if you want a shot at winning the t-shirt. Although you probably have to
have been listening way earlier.
You really, you should still ask some questions, Well,
Yeah, well, we'll just say you're a champion.
Yeah, you could you could knock somebody out. You could change the whole outcome.
The whole game. Anyways, so anything besides that you got?
Man, I got a haircut.
Looking fresh.
I've been playing mad video games.
Same.
Let's see. I've been working a lot.
Yeah, I've been doing
catching up on all the money I lost in when I was gambling.
Yeah, you're gambling
and then spending
days.
It all again on Valentine's Day shit.
So, yeah, that's basically it.
Hey, you know what I'll do? I'll do this if my girlfriend actually listens to the podcast.
Oh, this is setting us up for failure right now.
Well, actually, no, because I'll have given her the gift by the time this podcast is even published, so it'll be okay.
Okay, what happened?
So I'm gonna just tell you what I got her.
Okay, what'd you get her?
Because she wanted this face mask. It's right. It's like the stuff you put on your face, right? But then you get this magnet and you suck it off of your face with the magnet, and it makes your face soft. It's like magnetic shit you put all over your face. It's
that sounds like some shit that 20 years from now, or no, probably 50 years from now, it's gonna be like the microwave. Like the original microwave, where they're like, oh, they were literally just pouring cancer on their face.
Probably. I'm going to feel really guilty if that's the case.
It is like...
She just dumped face cancer all over her.
No, I just mean the magnet thing, like.
Oh, and then I got her this. She likes these candles. I've gotten her one of these before, but I feel like you can't go wrong with one of these. You know what I mean?
What kind of candle is it?
Okay, it's like a candle, right? But it's like, first of all, it's a dope candle, but on the inside of the candle, there's like a ring. You know what I mean?
Is it the ring?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not. It's just like a random ring, but it could be worth anywhere between $15,000 and like $10,000 or some shit like that. Yeah.
How does the company work that out? Are they like, all right,
well, there's only like
$10,000
2 or 3 jackpot rings, you know what I mean? And the rest are just like, the candles aren't cheap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Generally, the rings are like $10 to like $30, and the candles are like $38 or something, So it's not like.
So how much do you pay total for a candle?
I got a good deal on this. I got one for like $30 or something like that.
But you potentially have $10,000 on your hands.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know this was a thing. I like this game.
Yeah, no, I found all kinds of little stuff like that, actually. I got her this other thing that it was really similar. I just thought it was kind of fun, because, like, I don't know. I'm still in the gambling mood after this.
That's what I was about to say. It sounds like you're trying to get your gambling to continue.
I can't help it, man. I just but I feel like she'll appreciate it. I got her this soap. Okay, it's very, very similar concept. The soap has a little tube in the middle of the soap, and it's got either anywhere between a $1 and a $50 bill in it. The soap was $17.
Okay,
yeah.
I like these games. I didn't
Isn't
know
this fun?
It's just like product game. I wish that it's kind of like it reminds me of like buying packs of Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
and it's like
pretty much
you
like,
could get.
It's the same concept as an adult, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Except you'd probably actually have a lot more success just playing like scratch off lottery tickets or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's still fun. And the candles and the soap and stuff, it's like good quality shit. You know what I mean? So it's not just like...
Yeah, you're not just paying for the possibility of a ring or whatever. It's just kind of a plus.
Yeah, and I got her something else. I can't remember what it was, though.
What scent candle did you get? Or what was the scent of the candle?
I want to say it's like a caramel frappuccino or something like that. It's like a wood wick, one of those crackly wood wick candles. You know what I mean?
Nice. There's some, like, I think, I don't know if I have a problem or not. You let me know if this is a problem. But I often, when me and my girlfriend go to Target, I will go to the candles and just stand there and just inhale candles. Like,
that's not weird. I do the same thing in the coffee section. I go to like...
smell the coffee?
Yeah, I go to H-E-B and like, you know how they all have fresh coffee beans? Like, I'll just like stand there and just
they smell better than they taste, even. Like, I like the smell of coffee more than I actually like the taste of coffee.
Me too.
Which is weird.
It's a very appealing smell.
It is. It's like
when
rich.
you're in Starbucks or something, and you that is just a great fucking scent.
It smells of intelligence.
Yes.
It's like
you want to like pull out a laptop and just start.
It's like I can study here.
It's like being in a library or something, but like
imagine if every library had coffee like Starbucks coffee.
Dude, think about how much more productive people would be, and how much more people would read books.
That's it's fucking true. And the library could make some cash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that should just be mandatory. Every library should be like a
coffee
Hastings.
Yeah. So people could just live in there. But anyways, let's jump into the news you guys.
Yeah, we got a lot of news, guys.
Just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the internet.
Yeah.
But we don't claim any of the material. We're just using it. Anyways, we don't claim any of the news itself as our own. We're not being like, oh, we broke the news to you guys. No, but we're just talking.
We're just regurgitating the news into your mouth like your little baby birds, and we're just the mama birds. Okay. Imagine the news is like worms, and the worms are like, IGN, and we're just eating IGN's worm, and
just
we're
gobbling them.
We're just like throwing it up into your mouth. You know what I mean?
Sound appetizing. Yeah. It sounds. I don't even know what the word for that is, but I'm sure people like it. Anyways, so let's jump into the news with some heavy hitters. First off, Nintendo has confirmed it will host its first Nintendo Direct of 2019 on February 13th. So by the time this goes up, it's the day that it goes up. So tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's scheduled to take place at 2 p.m. PT, 5 p.m. ET, 10 p.m. GMT.
ET. Just phoning home.
9 a.m. on February 14th. AEST, whatever that fucking means. It is set to last, quote, roughly 35 minutes and will deliver, quote, information on upcoming Nintendo Switch titles, including new details on Fire Emblem Three Houses. So this, but I mean, they're going to have more than just that. See, my thing about it is, my little thing about it is that,
my little thing
it's like, the fact that they're focusing on Switch titles. They don't mention anything about 3DS and whatnot, which is what I like to hear. I want to hear about the heavy hitters.
Switch, bro. Now that I got a Switch,
it's like, what's the point of a 3DS?
Yeah, who cares, dude? I got my Switch in the car. I keep it with me just in case of emergencies. You know,
keep that thing on me.
I keep that thing on me, dude. I really do. Now I got a case for it, bro. I got no excuse. I just pop it out, dude. It's like a little cheap. I think it's a lot like. Is that a case, that blue thing?
Yeah.
And I think it's the red version of that. I have the red one.
Is it the Legend of Zelda one?
No, there's nothing. There's no embroidery or anything. It's just a plain old Jane-O. But it's got a little holster for your games in the middle.
Same, yeah,
which is pretty sweet, and a little net where you can put your charger or whatever. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah! It takes me back to the days of Game Boys.
Yes, bro. When you had your man, dude, you remember? Okay, this is so relevant to Game Speak podcast. There's that game. I used to have this Game Boy pouch, and it was like a green. It was like my pride and joy.
It was bright green.
It was bright green with a yellow with a Pikachu like popping out of the corner. And it had the top part where you could just mash games into it. I had so many different games that were you couldn't even close the top of it, and it had the compartment in the bottom where you slid your Game Boy Color in.
Yeah, on the bottom left, and then in the back you put your batteries.
God, that was the shit, dude.
I have one. I have the silver version.
No way.
That. Yeah, it's silver and glossy, but it has
those were pretty popular
rare.
when the Game Boy Colors were popular. I feel like a lot of people I remember going to the swim meets and everybody had their Game Boy Colors and we were all linking up and people were pulling their games out. That shit was tight, dude.
Just a little pile of games with your initials written on them. So.
I hope there's kids in school right now doing the same shit with Switch games, because that really would just fill my heart with joy to think about.
I mean, we technically have already done that.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean
kids,
I hope that the younger generations are out there.
Me too.
Bonding through video games like we did.
I hope they're out there, not just playing battle royale games. Even though there's no problem with it. I just want to see,
especially if you're playing it with friends, that's cool. But I mean, I want to be
let's trade a physical copy of a game.
I'm talking about people sitting in a circle and they all got their different Switch consoles. You know what I mean?
There's a star drawn on the floor in between them. Takes me back. No, just
candles everywhere.
The Dark Lord enters. No, but yeah. So what do you got?
Okay. Let's see. Sony has announced a management reshuffling for its PlayStation business. The massive company announced today that Jim Ryan, the longtime PlayStation executive who most recently served as deputy president of Sony Interactive Entertainment, will become SIE's president and CEO.
Sounds like a made-up title. Deputy president.
Right?
Sheriff president.
I'm the law around these parts.
Captain Sheriff, please. We need your help.
Dr. Sheriff.
It's ridiculous. Dr. President.
The deputy president of Sony Interactive Entertainment will become SIE's president and CEO. The move is effective April 1st, 2019. This is not a joke. John Kodera, the current president and CEO of SIE, will become the deputy president. in that position, he will dedicate his focus. So they're basically just swapping the CEO of SIE and the deputy president's positions.
Yeah.
That's weird. Why they do that?
Because I think the new guy, Kodera or whatever, he had a lot to do with like the Sony store or something like that, or like the and I think obviously in the future they're trying to move towards like streaming and stuff like that. So I think he's kind of like the guy, that knows all that stuff and the infrastructure. And I could be wrong on that. I'm just completely making that bullshit up.
You're right. He goes on to talk about streaming. Hang on, let me try to find that because that's interesting. It's a really long article.
Yeah, I put it on there too, and I was like, I'm going to take like 3 words out of this.
I can't even find it. It's buried in there somewhere, or maybe I cut it off. Either way, he does talk about the streaming future of gaming
Sony,
as a whole. Talking, he was really like almost advocating like crossplay and stuff in the future, and like I don't know. It's interesting what he was talking about.
Which is weird because this was the guy that was against it originally.
He kept saying knocking down the walls between platforms. That was like his big thing. He's like, in the future there will be knocking down the walls between platforms and
the walls you built, sir.
I definitely think you're right. We're gonna have some kind of like. He talked about it like a DVD player. He was like, you don't need to go buy 3 different DVD players to play all the DVDs you want to play.
It's the dark future that I was telling you about. Anyways, actually, there's quite a bit of news that Brent, you're probably not gonna like in this episode.
I know, man. I'm growing to accept it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm accepting that I'm gonna have to accept it. So I'm trying to like embrace it. You know what I mean?
You just become
I'm getting zen with
a streaming service.
I just become a streaming service.
No, but as I was writing the news, I was like, dude, Brent's gonna be pissed. No, but publisher Activision Blizzard has begun its long-rumored layoff process, informing employees this afternoon that it will be cutting staff. On an earnings call this afternoon, the company said that it would be eliminating 8% of its staff. In 2018, Activision Blizzard had roughly 9,600 employees, which would mean nearly 800 people are now out of work. This afternoon, the mega publisher began notifying those who are being laid off across its various organizations, which include Activision Blizzard and King. On the earnings call, Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick told investors that that the company had, quote, once again achieved record results in 2018. So we're firing everyone. No, but that the company would be consolidating and restructuring because of missed expectations for 2018 and lowered expectations for 2019. The company said it would be cutting mainly non-game development departments and bolstering its development staff for franchises like Call of Duty and Diablo. Yeah.
Ooh.
But basically, they said they're going to give everybody, like, good severance and whatever, and, people are gone. 800 people lost their jobs today.
800 people.
Yeah, but you go to Twitter. If you're a developer that was, laid off, you go to Twitter, and people are posting, like, lists of places that are hiring. I saw that 343 was like, yo, we're hiring. If you got laid off, hit us up, send us a DM. So, I mean...
That's dope.
They're going to take care of you.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
I hope so, because that's, there's a lot of game developers out there just floating around getting laid off, like Telltale, fucking,
Go indie. Go to GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Look at all these crazy, awesome indie games we're getting.
Everybody who laid off, like the 800 people and then the people from Telltale, they should all band together. And
they just start
like
a riot.
Super studio.
Oh.
And just start making like the most crazy AAA games you've ever seen.
That's the positive way to handle that situation. Thought they were just going to burn down the building and stuff. They should band together and commit mass murder.
Whoa.
We're not calling for that.
Yeah. If that really happened, that would be like...
We'd totally get super famous for that. One podcast called it.
Well, let's see what we got here. H1Z1 Battle Royale on PlayStation 4 is adding a new non-Battle Royale mode and various quality of life improvements starting later this month. The theme for February 21st update is Beyond Royale, and it's set to add deathmatch, ranked leaderboards, and a new battle pass and more. The new game mode, FFA Deathmatch, places 50 players in a combat zone with the instant respawns. The first player to 25 kills before the timer runs out wins. A new training mode. Oops. Fuck. I lost my spot. The new training mode will let you experiment with your loadouts and weapons before jumping into any combat modes. So, I mean, it's kind of cool that, like, in light of all these, like, great Battle Royale experiences, you know, H1Z1 realizes, like, okay, we're not going to win the Battle Royale game here.
No, they won't be the last man standing, so to speak.
So, I don't know. It's a good idea for them to, like, branch out and into, like, traditional deathmatch, because I feel like that shit's kind of fallen by the wayside, you know?
Yeah, I didn't even know people still played that, but yeah, it is what it is. They bowed out by bowing in. Crackdown 3's release date is nearly here. No, but I'm just kidding.
Crickets are just chirping. Like.
But an already troubled development doesn't appear to be getting any easier for Microsoft. The publisher has confirmed to GameSpot that playing Crackdown 3 multiplayer with friends will not be possible when the game... They just straight up say it. Look, guys, just play the story.
Just don't play this game.
Please. Just buy it. Buy Game Pass and don't play it.
I really hope this game is just like a sleeper hit and just ends up being fucking excellent. Like, because like, holy shit. Well, I have really, really low expectations.
Yeah, right, which means you'll at least be okay.
I was about to say, if it's even like mediocre, I'll be pretty happy. You know what I mean?
Like if it feels like a modern game.
Either way, I'm probably going to buy a monthly Game Pass to play it.
Yeah, well, it says the multiplayer won't be available when the game launches on February 15th. Players will soon be able to take full advantage of the Xbox platform's party features so they can experience the fully destructible environments in Crackdown 3 Wrecking Zone with friends, a Microsoft spokesperson stated.
Dope. So wait, are the environments in the base game
probably
not fully destructible? Because that's bullshit. Because in Crackdown 1 and 2, you could pretty much fucking level the whole city if you want to.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's going to... maybe. It says Wrecking Zone is the name of Crackdown 3's multiplayer segment, which was recently available in beta for Xbox Insiders. This is when the inability to invite friends was discovered. Otherwise, we were impressed by Crackdown 3's multiplayer. Who's we? I guess this was GameSpot. I guess they liked it.
Cool. Good.
But how would they know if they couldn't play with anybody?
Maybe they got to play with bots or something.
Maybe. Sounds stupid.
I don't know.
Anyways, what you got?
Okay, let's see. The Division 2 will have an open beta, apparently. The Division's official Twitter account made a casual reference to an open beta when talking to a fan about rewards. Players can earn the Capitol Hill arm patch, blah, 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 blah. It just goes on. But what you need to know is that there will be an open beta, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
I always like open betas, you know. Like, for instance, the first Titanfall game, I played that.
Same.
The open beta for that, and I was, like, hooked on that.
That was, like, one of the first betas I ever really...
Me too. That was really cool.
It was. So here's where Brent's going to get sad.
Oh, no.
Sony Interactive Entertainment Worldwide Studios boss Sean Layden has laid down an ambitious prediction.
Down some predictions.
The ambitious prediction for where he thinks the video game industry could be headed. Speaking to Game Informer, Layden said he foresees some kind of, quote, post-console world where PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo are more unified than ever. While Layden maintains that PlayStation is the best gaming experience, he said Xbox One and Nintendo Switch offer great experiences as well. PlayStation should do more to recognize that. Quote, I don't want to put too fine a point on this because it might upset some of the people I work with, but I think effectively we're looking at a kind of post-console world where you can have quality gaming experiences across a variety of technologies, he said. Sure, PS4 and PS4 Pro provide what, of course, we think is the best gaming experience, but the other consoles out there, be it Switch, Xbox One X, or tablets or phones, there are great experiences across all these. What we need to do is recognize all that, he said. He added, "We're not little gaming ghettos that are not federated or aligned at all. We're all part of the same gaming community. We just come at it through different doorways. I think the future will be an extension of that metaphor. Your platform is not your hideaway. It's just your doorway to all these other gamer folk." But there's a little bit more to this. Hold on.
Sounds like the man's finally coming to his senses.
So he says, so Sony, this is all part of it, so I'm just going to knock it out. Sony's decision to forego E3 2019, this is the part Brent's going to be upset about, caused waves, and the statement regarding its rationale revolved mostly around finding, quote, inventive opportunities to engage the community and plans to, quote, think differently and experiment, unquote. SIE Worldwide Studios head Sean Layden has now explained further, touching not only on what they plan to do differently in the future, but why E3 was no longer as useful. Layden told CNET that the nature of E3 had been built up around standards that no longer apply, both for retailers and journalists. At its inception, the show had been a place for retailers to plan their stock and for journalists to plan cover stories for magazines. In the modern era, he says both of those have shifted. Quote, "Now we have an event in February called Destination PlayStation, where we bring all retailers and third-party partners to come hear the story for the year," he said. They're making purchasing discussions in February. June now is just too late to have a Christmas holiday discussion with retailers. So retail has really dropped off. And journalists now, with the internet and the fact that 24/7 there is game news, it's lost its impact around that. So the trade show became a trade show without a lot of trade activity. The world has changed, but E3 hasn't necessarily changed with it, he added. So that kind of confirms my thing. I don't think they're going back to E3.
Maybe not, but maybe they'll see like a lot, like, I don't know, this might backfire on them and they might have to go back to E3.
Why would that be the case?
I mean, E3 is still a big deal. Whether PlayStation's not going to be there or whether PlayStation's going to be there.
Nintendo's not there.
Well, yeah, but Nintendo's still going to do their Direct right before E3, I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
And it's still going to happen all in the same window, you know what I'm saying? And like all those publishers are still going to be there, you know what I mean? Xbox is going to be doing massive things. You know what I mean? And if Xbox has a big successful year and PlayStation kind of falls by the wayside, you know what I mean?
Look at what they have coming up. You know, they're kind of just coasting out the last of PlayStation 4, you know, so I don't think anybody's really expecting a big, you know, year from them.
No, not at all. But at the same time, I don't know.
If Xbox One or Xbox, whatever the new one is called, gets Scarlet or whatever gets announced, then and Sony announces the PS5 at their February show or whatever, and for whatever reason Xbox does better, maybe then, but I just can't see that being the case.
I don't know. It might be a multi-year thing, but I think eventually Sony will come back, and I think E3 will live on. They might reschedule E3 like earlier in the year, which I don't think would be a bad idea, like the guy was saying. But I don't think E3 is going anywhere. I think eventually Sony will find its way back to E3. And if they don't, they'll start doing their little direct thing around the same time as E3. You know what I mean? I really think so.
Then Microsoft would just do their own little thing around that time, and then E3's gone.
Well, then they'd run the monopoly on the E3 platform. I really don't think Microsoft's going to drop out of E3 unless, I don't know. I could be wrong, but, you know, that's one of those things. I didn't think Sony would drop out of E3, so.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, you know, watch E3 for Sony, and a lot of people watch it are hardcore Nintendo fans. You take them out, you're cutting out more than half of the, you know, viewership of E3.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people like me that watch E3 like it's the fucking Grammys or something, you know what I mean? And like just kind of pay attention to, like, I don't know, like I watch E3.
Popping the corn.
Yeah, you know, the corn, I sit there, I enjoy it, you know, I get a kick out of it. It's cheesy, it's corny, but it's super interesting to me.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the most exciting time of the year. it's like Christmas before Christmas.
I think like he's saying, you know, it's not necessarily geared towards the trade people anymore, blah blah blah. But you are addressing the people who are going to buy your games. You know, there's people everywhere in the world watching this on a live stream, and they're deciding what they're going to pre-order or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he's really underestimating the impact that it makes with just your direct-to-consumer audience. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, I understand if you don't have anything to show off, but don't just, like, not ever come back to E3. You know
Sonic,
what I mean?
come back.
Sonic, come back. Oh, whoa.
Anyway, so,
Man, that's hardcore. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, let's see. Treyarch is continuing to steadily roll out new updates and content for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The developer has given fans a glimpse at what lays ahead for the popular shooter this weekend, including a double XP weekend event across all 3 game modes, new multiplayer and blackout playlists for the PS4 version, and more. Beginning February 14th, Treyarch is kicking off a Valentine's quad feed weekend. Throughout the weekend, players will earn double XP on all modes. And let's see, speaking of Blackout, it appears Treyarch has something big planned for the mode. On Twitter, official Call of Duty account shared a brief cryptic video of a blueprint of the Blackout's map. The blueprint is then marked up with numerous red X's, capped off with a large one in the lower right corner of the map. Treyarch hasn't shared any further information about what this means, but it appears to suggest that some big tweaks will be made to the map in the near future.
Oi. That's exciting for whoever's playing that.
I mean, they got to try to compete with fucking Apex.
Oh, man. The fucking underdog of the year, dude.
Dude, for sure.
Came up out of nowhere. Anyways, Total War 3 Kingdoms, the latest entry in the strategy series, is not going to make it out on time. Developer Creative Assembly announced today that the title will now arrive on May 23rd, which is around 3 months later than its previously scheduled March 7th release date. They basically said they needed a little bit more time to ensure that the revolutionary features and systems in the game are ready. So yeah, if you were interested in that, it's delayed.
Damn. Let's see. Apex Legends, the free-to-play battle royale game from Titanfall developer Respawn, continues to soar.
I don't know. I was trying to make a...
More than 25 million players have now tried Apex Legends.
God.
Respawn's Vince Sampella announced in a blog post. Additionally, the game reached well over 2 million peak concurrent players over the weekend, he said.
Congrats.
Right?
That's crazy.
That's like right out the gate. Apex Legends has been rising since its release on Monday, February 4th, the boy's birthday. The game hit 1 million players in 8 hours, increasing to 2.5 million in 1 day. The previous peak concurrent figure was 600,000, so it's increasing fast. Apex Legends is nowhere close to Fortnite, however, as the game which is much older, has 200 million players and a peak concurrent user of 8.3 million.
It's on the way, though.
Yeah, it's getting there quick.
I think it'll take over, just because it kind of like...
It's already drawing a lot of the crowd. This article right here goes on to say... Hang on, this is interesting. Hang on, it's about Twitch. Well, basically, it's doing a lot better on Twitch right now.
Than everything else. Even the Division 2... or not, yeah, didn't Division 2 do like a...
Oh, here it is. Apex Legends is wildly popular on Twitch. Today, it has, at this writing, 409,000 viewers, which is well ahead of Fortnite, which has 168,000 viewers.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's
way
like up there.
Killing Fortnite in the Twitch aspect of it right now. People are interested, and for good reason. It's a really, really fun game.
Yeah, and the thing about it is like the people tend to go where the Twitch streamers go. So like, if they're bored with Fortnite and they've moved on to this game, everyone else is going to as well. Yeah.
I mean, Fortnite's still fun, but there's only so much Fortnite you can play before you got to try something different.
Exactly.
And this is totally free. Like that's what kills me. It's like it's a really good game for free.
It's probably the most AAA title I've ever seen for a free to play game.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like beautiful.
It's really good. Let's see. In addition to Apex Legends, Respawn is working on quote, something new in the Titanfall universe to release later this year. Though whether or not it is the much requested Titanfall 3 remains to be seen. I think they've said that it's not. Additionally,
they said it's a twist.
Yeah. Additionally, Respawn is developing a Star Wars game called Jedi Fallen Order, and it is also slated to launch in 2019. So, I mean, that also is another thing to think about. Like, this game is so fucking sick.
Imagine Star Wars.
Yeah. Like, Respawn's always been pretty dope. I mean, they've got a lot of really, like, good developers over there. You know what I mean? Like,
you can tell they're passionate about it. They like what they're doing.
I always really liked the Titanfall games.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
They felt good.
They did, and this game feels really good too. Like Titanfall, I don't know.
That's my main thing. It's the feeling. It's the feels.
I have a lot of fun with it.
So, Anthem is coming very soon, and filmmaker Neil Blomkamp, which I believe is the guy that did District 9, he was supposed to do the Halo movies.
Yeah, I think
right?
So.
Well, he's dropped a rather blatant hint that he's going to have something to do with it.
With Anthem?
Yes. Sorry, guys. I'm like dying of energy drink. Anyways,
I know the feeling.
Yeah, it just like takes over. One of these days we'll learn a lesson and not drink these while we're recording. But
it's mandatory. I'd rather fight through the burps or whatever. You know what I mean?
Just like deal with it. Yeah. I feel like people just get used to it. It kind of sound like fucking Rick.
It sounds like we were just putting dramatic pauses in for like emphasis on things. You know,
it does. Now that we've mentioned it, people are probably gonna notice
people are gonna like start listening for it.
Yeah,
make a drinking game out of it.
Anytime you hear us try to hold back a burp, just. We just need to start letting them fly, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Anyways, every 2 seconds.
It'd be like two Ricks just like talking to each other.
Blomkamp. But Blomkamp said he's, quote, really excited to share, unquote, his latest project and paired it with an hashtag Anthem game hashtag. In case there was any room left for doubt, the teaser shows off what appears to be a real-life javelin, the mechanized suit of armor used by player characters. It all looks dusty and dinged, similar to the lived-in style Blomkamp has established in movies like District 9, Elysium, and Chappie. Blomkamp was also attached for a time to a Halo movie adaptation. In a follow-up tweet, the official Anthem account teased the short film and gave it a name, Conviction. It's set to debut on Thursday.
You know who looks like Chappie? That robot from Apex Legends.
He does look like Chappie.
He looks just like Chappie.
He does, but he's not a. Wait, wasn't Chappie a kangaroo?
No, Chappie was a robot, dog.
I thought he was a kangaroo robot.
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm just like...
He was like pretty humanoid. He had like arms and a head.
Where am I getting the kangaroo from?
I don't know, dude.
That's kind of...
I mean, he could jump really high.
Maybe that's what I was remembering. Maybe I'm just putting a stereotype on this because they're South African, but they sound Australian.
Yeah, I
feel really bad now.
I don't remember them being a kangaroo. Maybe I'm the one mislabeling Chappie over here.
I thought it was like robot kangaroo Jack.
It's just robot kangaroo Jack.
Yeah,
that's just the plot of Chappie. It's just like,
let me see, Chappie, a mechanized police force. Wait, in the near future. Okay,
he was like a police robot. He was like a droid, basically. Like,
see, I always thought he was a kangaroo. I never saw the movie, as you can tell.
He's basically Pathfinder.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, anyways, let's jump ahead. What do you got?
Okay, let's see. One of the most buzzed about topics in games in recent years has been and continues to be crossplay. Now, one prominent developer has spoken up to talk about the benefits of allowing players on competing systems to play together. Stu Chisholm, the CEO of Smite and Paladins developer Hi-Rez, outlines some benefits of crossplay in a post on Twitter. For Paladins, which supports crossplay between Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, Chisholm said the overall match quality is improved thanks to crossplay. Wait times of matches are down 30%, while the quality of matches is better because the level is spread down 40%. In all, Rez is reportedly seeing an 80% reduction in what it calls bad matches. Anyone who has played a ranked multiplayer game knows how frustrating it can be when you're matched with players who have a much higher skill level. So it's good to see these statistics seemingly indicate that crossplay helps improve things. Whether or not other games see these results remains to be seen. Chisholm is an outspoken proponent for tearing down the walls between consoles to allow for wider adoption of crossplay. Just recently, Chisholm said on Twitter that he wants PlayStation to stop playing favorites and allow crossplay/cross progression, quote, for everyone.
There's a lot of wall references whenever it comes to these things. Like, I don't think people understand. It's like a company. You know, these people are companies. It's not. I mean, they're not people. It's like money making machines. So it's not like tear down the walls. It's like hey, you know, possibly make less money for us.
I mean, are they really making less money though off of a free to play game that's just like, you know what I mean?
No, I just mean Sony. You know, really, I'm just talking about Sony here because, like, they're on top. They don't want to, like, it's not really. I don't think it'll be a direct loss. I think it'd be more like over time. They feel like they're depreciating their you know, name. Oop, there it went. Or brand. That one I couldn't hold back.
I don't know though. I mean, you know, like he's acknowledged openly in that last article we just read, Sean Layden, that crossplay is like basically the future.
He was talking about tearing down the walls, but not necessarily in that fashion. I think he was talking about just being able to stream games to any device.
Well, there's other parts of his interview that I read. Like, I read the whole interview, and I didn't write all of it down, but there was a part in the interview where he talks about crossplay specifically.
See, and people were pissed about that because he claimed that, it's not just a flip of a switch or whatever. And we're working on.
Well, it's at the discretion of the developers.
That's what people are pissed about is because that's bullshit. Chucklefish, who just came out with that game, Wargroove or whatever.
Yeah.
They actually responded to that and they were like, "That's some bullshit." They were like, "We've been trying to talk to you guys about putting crossplay on our game since we started it."
Well, no, I don't mean like this. Like Sony, still has to like do it. I mean, like approve it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's what he was saying. He was like, we had it all set up. We had everything good to go.
Well, that's the Paladins guy goes on and he talks about they have it all ready to go. He's like, basically all we have to do is push a button and it's activated.
It's the same, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you guys just have to give us the go ahead.
So it's like Sean Layden is being a spokesperson. You know, he's saying what's.
Well, in their defense, they did just admit Rocket League into the beta program or whatever. So I mean, they're taking it one step at a time. You know what I mean? But they are doing like at least a little bit. You know,
it's
what
like I mean, Nintendo and Xbox have been doing the crossplay thing for so long. It's like, does it really take this long for them to?
No, not at all.
You know,
not at all. And the fact, I don't know, like. That's one of the big selling points for Xbox is that it's so open and, you know what I mean? You can do all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. They're less restrictive. Like, look at the mods on Fallout and Skyrim, just as an example.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's one of the reasons people like Xbox so much,
Mm-hmm.
More freedom to the player,
Too bad that doesn't translate to sales.
Yeah, but they still do have their diehard fans that like.
Oh yeah, they got their diehard fans, but Sony ain't looking for diehard fans.
Retain.
Sony's looking for all the fans. They want to suck them up, man.
It's true.
They want them all. Anyways, or they just want to keep them all because they already have them all. But the Monster Hunter movie from the star and creative team of the Resident Evil film franchise now has a release date. The film will land on September 4th, 2020, film studio Sony has announced, according to Deadline. The movie stars Resident Evil's Mia Jovovich in a lead role, and the film is directed by her husband, Paul W.S. Anderson, who directed the Resident Evil movies.
Oh, God.
Jovovich plays a monster hunter, Lieutenant Artemis, who fights together with a mysterious character played by martial arts actor Tony Jaa.
Is this the one that T.I. is in?
Yes. Behind our world, there is another... Oh, okay, hold on. Behind our world, there is another, a world of dangerous and powerful monsters that rule their domain with deadly ferocity. When Lieutenant Artemis and her loyal soldiers are transported from our world to the new world, the unflappable That's a funny word. The unflappable lieutenant receives the shock of her life. In her desperate battle for survival against enormous enemies with incredible powers and unstoppable, terrifying attacks, Artemis will team up with a mysterious man who has found a way to fight back.
Wait, is this the plot from the
Unquote.
Monster Hunter games?
For the movies.
I mean, like...
I don't think it has anything to do with the games. Just like how Resident Evil movies are like bullshit.
Dude, what the fuck? Well, this guy needs to be stopped.
The Sons of Anarchy star Ron Perlman and rapper-turned-actor T.I. Harris also star in the film.
It's cool that Ron Perlman's in it, but I mean, come on, dude. Like, why you gotta why?
You gotta put your wife in there. You didn't even give anybody a shot?
I don't trust this dude, man. I really don't. I have absolutely zero faith that this will be good after the Resident Evil movies. I hated the Resident Evil movies. I really did. They should have been fucking way scarier, dude.
He just wants to like put his wife topless in like a movie.
Dude, yeah, what the fuck? What a weirdo.
Yeah, it's like every movie it's just like his wife is just like walking out with
like,
her tits
honey,
out for no
do I have to be topless?
He's like, do you want to be in every movie I make? Do you want to work in Hollywood? It's like, we've been married for like 6 years. You can stop talking to me like that.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, I'm a big-time Hollywood director.
You know what you gotta do, Toots. I'm your wife.
Whatever you say, Toots. This is like, oh my god. Anyways, what you got?
Activision has announced that it is offering a refund for any customers who purchased Guitar Hero Live after December 2017.
Give me my money.
You only qualify for a refund if you bought Guitar Hero Live in the U.S. There hasn't been a specific statement regarding why Activision is offering the refund, just a blog post dealing how you can secure one. To qualify for a refund, you must have purchased Guitar Hero Live between December 1st, 2017 and January 1st, 2019.
I think the reason why, because like a month ago or something, they stopped like the service.
Well, yeah, they turned off the Guitar Hero Live, which had like 200 of the 220 songs on it.
Oh,
so
wow.
basically, the entire roster of songs is gone.
It's
from
just
the game.
Gone because they were all on a server, right?
Like a few base game songs, but even those, like most of those, they lost the license to after like a certain amount of years. So it's basically like a useless game.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of sucks. Like, at least the old Guitar Hero games, you can still play them, you know? Like, if you got a Wii and Guitar Hero 3, there's still a fuckload of fun you can have with it, you know what I mean? Like,
it's one of the dark sides of the games of service thing, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the future we're
it's like,
to.
What happens when... yeah, exactly. What happens 20 years from now whenever you try to go back and play Battlefront, like, 1, you know?
No, dude.
Or, like, the new Battlefront.
You don't get to play Battlefront.
You don't. You're alone on Hoth, like just walking around.
You get to play computers. You don't even get to do that.
Anyways, Death Stranding, the next game from Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima, is already playable, and developer Kojima Productions is allowing outside people to play it. Jordan Vaught Roberts, who is directing the upcoming Metal Gear Solid movie, which I didn't know that was a thing, recently tweeted that he's had a chance to play Death Stranding. Quote, "So Hideo Kojima let me play Death Stranding. The world is next level immaculate. It's like freebasing pure Kojima and Shinkawa. Remember when Fury Road blew you away, but also made you, in the best, most thankful way, ask, what the fuck? How does this miracle exist?
You talking about Mad Max Fury Road?
Yeah. You are not ready." Unquote. Roberts said of his impressions of Death Stranding thus far. Roberts isn't the only celebrity to speak highly of Death Stranding. Speaking to Metro, the Walking Dead actor Norman Reedus, who plays a character in Death Stranding, said he's never seen anything like what Kojima is doing with the game. Quote, "The concept is so far out into the future. Instead of eliminating everyone around you, it's bringing everyone together." Unquote. Quote, it's a very positive video game, but scary and depressing at the same time. It's kind of a new movie. I've never seen anything like what we're doing. Unquote. Most those two people are obviously close to the game.
Project,
yeah. To the I don't know if that's letting people play the game. That's more like, hey, guy who's in the game, check out what you're doing.
Right.
But anyways, yeah.
That's still pretty cool, though.
But that's all I got for news. You got anything else?
Yeah, I got a few more. Let's see. Outside of the holidays, it's rare to find deals on the Nintendo Switch hardware.
True.
But Nintendo has announced a new bundle that serves as a good entry point if you're interested in picking the console up. The bundle goes on sale starting February the 15th and includes a system with neon red and blue Joy-Cons, as well as a $35 credit for the digital storefront, the eShop. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You just get a $35 gift card with your purchase of a Switch.
Nice.
But I mean, that's still pretty cool. That's like
Good
a
for
game
the
or
indie
two
game.
on the... Yeah, I was about to say, get a couple indie games. Let's see. February 2019, we got 10 new games coming to PlayStation Now. Go ahead and launch them at you real quick. We got Battlefield Hardline. We got Earth Defense 4.1. We got F1 2017, whatever the fuck that is. We got Magicka 2. We got Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
We got Metro Last Light Redo, which is just in time for Metro Exodus, which comes out pretty soon. Mortal Kombat X, Need for Speed Rivals, Pillars of Eternity, and Rebel Galaxy are all coming this month.
Nice.
Let's see. That's the Death Stranding thing. Oh, this one, I won't read the whole thing, but if you're playing Apex Legends and you don't want to spend money on the characters, they did this whole thing about how long it takes to unlock it to get the 12,000 tokens. So you need to get to level 23 and not spend anything to get your 12,000 tokens.
To unlock one character?
Yeah.
Which is pretty easy to not spend anything.
Yeah,
it's not like you
for
need
sure.
anything.
And you can still buy stuff with your little, you get the little bullshit currency you can unlock skins with.
Yeah,
It's kind of fun. But it took him 17 hours.
That's
of
not hard to
gameplay.
do, though.
No,
that
not
game.
at all. It's like 20 minutes a match or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know? So it's not too bad. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. For a long time now, Take-Two has teased an upcoming game from one of 2K's biggest and most beloved franchises. Sorry, caffeine burp. And it may soon be time that we find out what it is. As part of an earnings report, Take-Two reaffirmed that its unannounced game remains on track to release during the company's fiscal year 2020. More interestingly, Take-Two and 2K, Take-Two said 2K will have more to share on the game in the coming months. During the call, an analyst asked about the game, and CEO Strauss Zelnick said the company expects the game to stay on track following its previous delay. He added that the company has very high expectations for the game, whatever it may be. So this could be like BioShock. This could be a lot of different things. 2K's got its hands in many pots.
Yeah, that's so I'm confused. What is the main point of that?
There's going to be a big game announced in the next few months from
Okay,
2K.
sorry,
And it could be anything pretty much.
It'll probably be Borderlands 3.
You think?
Isn't that 2K?
Yeah.
It'll probably be Borderlands 3.
I'm
'Cause I
thinking-
know,
I hope it's a new BioShock game, dude.
It's not gonna be new BioShock.
It's about that time. BioShock Infinite came out fucking forever ago.
Yeah,
Last console cycle,
But
dude. We haven't had
Levine dude hasn't been with them, and we got the remaster, and I don't know what the sales were on the remasters. You know, so I think that kind of is like what's more important is what is gonna sell the most.
I don't know, dude. I think BioShock would sell better than Borderlands, but
I honestly think that Bethesda should buy the property and then let them do like what they did with Doom and Wolfenstein and just kind of bring it to a new level.
that would be cool.
I just don't see them doing shit with it anytime soon. Like I don't know why. I would be super happy if they did. I just don't like. I feel like there's nothing pointing towards that happening. You know what Ken Levine? Yeah, Ken Levine. He's been off doing his own shit. Like he's got his own studio right now that he just put out some shitty game apparently.
Fuck him. I'm talking about.
He's the one who wrote and directed the last ones.
I don't.
You don't have BioShock without Ken Levine.
BioShock 2 was like a totally different Australian studio.
Yeah, and it was not good.
It was great.
No, it was not.
It was just fine.
It was not like
It was
that.
just fine. Damn it.
The first one was a masterpiece. Second one is and then the third one
The
was
second one was a lot of
good.
fun.
It was good.
The second one was good.
We'll see what happens. We'll see. I mean, you could be right. You could be right. It could be BioShock, and I'd be super excited.
That would be sick, dude.
I'd be sick.
I mean, it's probably more likely to be Borderlands, but I hope, with all my hope, that it's BioShock. It's probably going to be like fucking 2K or some
Border
shit.
Shock.
It's going to be like basketball.
That would be dumb as fuck.
All right. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. We're going to jump on over to this week's releases, guys. This is where you can find out what new games are coming out in the next 7 days. Starting with Crackdown 3. It's coming to Xbox One and PC on February 15th for $59.99, unless you have Game Pass, which then you just get it. And then we got Far Cry New Dawn coming to Xbox One, PS4, PC on February 15th for $39.99.
Ooh, it's going to be a good day.
It is, yeah. Just a nice little standalone Far Cry 5 game, basically.
It's only $39.99, so I mean, if you're a Far Cry fan, you might want to scoop that. It's pretty reasonably priced.
Scoop it. Sid Meier's Civ 6 Gathering Storm is coming to PC on February 14th for $39.99. In Gathering Storm, the second expansion to Civilization 6, the world around you is more alive than ever before. Chart a path to victory for your people by developing new advanced technologies and engineering projects and negotiating with the global community and the World Congress on critical issues. All of that sounds super boring.
It really does, dude.
But I mean, to each their own. A Fold Apart is coming to Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and PC on February 14th. Couldn't find a price on this game, but A Fold Apart is an award-winning 3D puzzle game that explores the emotional struggles of a long-distance relationship through a unique new mechanic, folding paper. With over 50 unique paper folding puzzles exploring the emotional journey for a long-distance couple. A Fold Apart is sure to touch the hearts and minds of puzzle gamers everywhere.
That sounds great.
It's so good, dude. It sounds so indie, where it's like, we gotta take a simple idea and just fucking just project all of these bullshit emotions all over it. Just cum emotions on it.
Oh gosh.
It's like paper folding, but devastating.
Oh God.
Anyways, so Jump Force is coming out.
What? Already?
Yeah, on PS4, Xbox One, and PC on February 15th.
Damn,
so it's going to be a tough
day.
decision between A Fold Apart and Jump Force here. One's award winning, and the other's not. So for the first time ever, the most famous manga heroes are thrown into a whole new battleground. Our world.
I'm still not sure what the fuck this game is about.
Oh, I'm reading it to you, man.
I'm sorry. I just wanted everybody to know how confused I was before you started reading this.
Uniting to fight the most dangerous threat, the incredibly popular characters of Jump Force will bear the fate of the entire humankind. Jump Force celebrates the 50th anniversary of the famous weekly Jump magazine with an alliance of heroes from Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, and much more. Players will be able to create their 3-character manga anime dream tag team and take them into battle in hyper-stylish arena brawls set against backdrops of famous landmarks around the world, including New York City's Times Square and the Matterhorn in the Alps. The lines that separate our world from the Jump world have been blurred, with evil forces spilling into the real world to rule over humanity. The greatest heroes known to manga anime, including Goku, Luffy, Naruto, and as well as many others to be announced, must join together to triumph over the forces of evil seeping in from the Jump world. That's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, that sounds really fun, actually.
It's like if they were to do the Avengers, but
with anime characters?
No, but
I just want One Punch Man in there. I don't think he's Jump, but
No, but it'd be dope. It
dope.
could make a
like crossover somehow.
Yeah, hell yeah. Then we got Metro Exodus coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on February 15th for $59.99. Get it on the Epic Store and piss off Steam. And then we got Degrees of Separation is coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC on February 14th for $15.99. Degrees of Separation is an atmospheric 2D puzzle platformer in which dual protagonists Ember and Rhyme must use their innate powers to individually manipulate heat and cold. Separated, yet drawn to one another by an enigmatic force, Ember and Rhyme embark on a spectacular journey, relying on their contrasting skills to shift and alter their surroundings. It sounds like A Way Out, but like with hot and cold. Anyways, we got The Liar Princess and The Blind Princess coming to Switch.
That's what it's called?
Yeah. That's the thing.
Geez, that's a mouthful.
Coming to Switch and PS4 on February 12th for $39.99. The Liar Princess and The Blind Princess follows the tale of two lonely hearts brought together through a mutual misunderstanding. In it, you control the wolf disguised as a princess who guides the blind prince through a perilous forest. Oh, maybe it's the Liar Prince and the... I don't know. But this is what it was written as. But anyways, disguised as a princess who guides the blind prince through a perilous forest in search of the witch capable of restoring his sight. Yeah, right? The forest is home to a number of hostile creatures intent on ending your journey prematurely, as well as hazardous traps that put the prince in danger. Switch between wolf and princess form to dispatch your foes and guide the prince carefully as a princess to ensure his safety in search of a fairy tale ending. But you're a wolf, so I don't understand why you're doing that. Anyway, so Eden Tomorrow is coming to PS4 on February 12th, and it's free to play. Eden Tomorrow is a story-driven sci-fi action-adventure VR game. Take a fantastic journey through an unknown world in virtual reality.
It's free to play.
Yeah, taking the player on an odyssey full of wonders and horrors. The main characters are a human plagued by amnesia and a drone called Newton, who must work together to survive on the hostile alien planet. In the course of the game, the player gets more and more indications as to what might have happened to human Newton and his world.
Why is it free? How do they make money?
Probably just ads bust up like a fucking like
mid game,
mid game, just like a fucking.
You want your dick bigger?
Do you suffer from tiny penis? Which I gotta mention, I saw this. That sounds like a funny segue, but like, I was on Reddit the other day, and like it was like on relationship advice. And the subreddit, like it popped up on the main page, and it was like, so my husband, 32 or whatever, or recent, like they just got married. She said like they had been together for like 6 months and then got married. She's like, but he refused to have sex with me until we got married, and I thought it was out of like him just waiting, or whatever, and it's like on the day that we finally did it, turns out he had a micro penis, and she was like,
she didn't see his dick at all?
No, she never got to see his penis.
It's one thing to not have sex until you're married, but you gotta at least like scope the cock a little.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
come on, that's her fault,
That we'll see. That was the thing. People were like, yeah, you should be angry about this. I was like, how did he pull that off, though?
That's what I'm saying. That's a miracle right there.
How are you married and you've never seen the person's panee?
I'm sorry, dude. Like, I respect, if you don't want to have sex or whatever, but like, if we're getting hitched, I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to see it all.
I'm gonna have to know what's going on now.
Yeah,
though.
it's just not gonna fly otherwise.
But anyways, I thought that was really funny. But which in turn made me want to actually like investigate what is technically a micro penis. I didn't know it's like a genetic like disorder. It's not like this person just has a really tiny penis. It's like a micro penis is a real thing. Like it's like
when you say micro, I'm imagining like a micro car, like the little Matchbox.
No, yeah,
Hot Wheels.
smaller than that. So it's like it's basically like just like a little head just sitting on the sack. I
That's
know
a thing.
this is the thing. This is a thing, and it's like it affects like something like.
Well, I mean, everybody's got a pretty like if the cold hits it,
No, this is like.
I mean,
that's it.
Is
like,
this like maybe maybe he caught him on a cold day?
No, this is it. This is the thing. It says it's like 200,000 people.
So what happens if it gets cold? Does it just like go?
It goes away. No, I'm not positive on that, but like basically they say like they actually there's no cure for it. They give therapy to kids that they think possibly have it. They give them
what
like
kind of
testosterone therapy.
Dick stretching therapy do they do?
They give them testosterone.
They like hook them up and just fucking.
Yeah, so if you listen to this and you have a micro penis and you want to share your story, please let us know.
We would love to interview somebody with a micro penis.
Especially if you're a gamer. We'll title that episode
today on GameSpeak Podcast. We're talking about micro penises.
No, we'll have an episode called "Gaming with
the little
micro...
background you make is just a bunch of little dicks,
just all the toads like sticking out of like. We'll call it "Gaming with a Micro Penis." Anyway, so
how did we get here?
I don't know. This is why I love GameSpeak. Anyways, code realize. Wintertide Miracles.
That's the okay.
Yeah,
I thought that other game was a mouthful.
Yeah, this is coming to PS4 and hold on. So the game is called Code. Then realize Wintertide Miracles. So I don't know if the game is called Code and then realize is like the like episode.
I don't even.
Anyway, so PS4 and Vita February 14th for $49.99.
Coming to a bargain bin near you.
Go into the trash. No, discover a new Yuletide tale as the still city is covered in a blanket of white. Uncover fresh intrigue as Cardia delves into the mysteries of her own family and the dashing suitors. Then we got Intruders. Hide and seek.
Oh, this is that VR game.
Yeah, this is coming to PS4 on February 13th.
This kind of sounds interesting.
Is it just hide and seek but in VR?
No.
Okay, that's not what I care about then. I don't care.
No, you're gonna like this, I think.
Okay, it says Intruders Hide and Seek is a first-person stealth game, an intense thriller combining intense psychological terror with the point of view of a defenseless boy. That sounds not suitable for children.
I don't know about all that. The art style looks pretty kind of like Hello Neighbor-y almost, maybe a little less goofy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like the concept is like you're a kid and like people are breaking into your house and you have to like hide from them in VR.
Whoa, hold on. We just missed a huge opportunity to make Home Alone VR. Like,
I think that's kind of what this is, dude.
But you gotta set traps, not just hide.
I think you might be setting traps. I'm not sure.
If that's the case, that'd be cool. Like you get your little Red Ryder BB gun.
Well, I know there's some kind of like, objective. You're not just like, you can't, it's not just like hide until they go away kind of thing. I think you're like trying to get to the door or you're trying to like, call the cops or something.
How many people are robbing your house that you have to like stealth maneuver and get a full game out of it?
I don't know, man.
It's like 30 people from your door to like, hey, dude, I think the Jensens are out of town. Let's all go fucking rob them.
It seems like kind of a cool idea for VR, though. Getting in a closet and stuff, like, looking.
Now, here's what we've all been waiting for. Minesweeper Genius is coming to Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and mobile on February 12th for $5.99. Train your brain. Help Aristotle. Did I just say Aristotle? Maybe I need this game. Help Aristotle sweep the minefield to regain his memory and escape from the alien scientific experiments, discovering where all the bombs are hidden. Minesweeper Genius is inspired by the classic Minesweeper game as well as Sudoku and Picross, combining elements to provide a brain teaser that will challenge your mind and logical thinking.
Great.
And then we got DreamWorks Dragons, or Dawn of New Riders, coming to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on February 15th for $39.99. DreamWorks Dragons, Dawn of New Riders lets players join the new heroic duo, Scribbler and Patch, in an epic battle to save dragons and defeat Ear, a new villain who is controlling dragons to carry out her evil plans. And then we got Tokyo School Life coming to Switch and PC on February 14th for $14.99. In Tokyo School Life, embark on an unforgettable trip as an exchange student to Tokyo and make the acquaintance of 3 lovely girls whom you will spend your summer vacation with. Explore the city with them, hang out together during lunch breaks, and maybe, with their right words, even more.
Oh, God. That sounds like some smut right there.
Beautiful animations, multiple endings, learning or improving Japanese language basics, and everything else about Tokyo School Life make the lighthearted summer love story must-have for anime fans and fucking weirdos all over the planet. No, I'm just kidding. And those interested in the land of the rising sun. So this is the kind of game where, like, you put it in, and then, like, you're about to start playing, and, like, the guy from fucking Dateline or whatever just walks in. He's like, have a seat. Just like, I'm sorry. No, but
like To Catch a Predator guy.
Yeah. Why don't you take a seat right there?
What's going on here? I'm just trying to play my game.
You said right here that you were if the right words were said, maybe even more.
Man, I was just talking about, going to just, get some sushi.
She's a young Tokyo high school girl.
But in the game, I'm a young Tokyo high school boy.
Get him, boys.
No.
Anyways, we got Mix-Ups by Paugi. Whatever that means. It's coming to PS4 and Vita February 12th for $9.99.
There's way too many good games coming out for some of this bullshit to be coming out.
These people probably put like years of hard work into this shit. We're just fucking trashing it. But Mix-Ups by Paugi is the mixed up anagram puzzle where 3 connected words are hidden among
years of hard work.
God. We got Iron Cryptical coming to Switch on February 13th for $9.99. A mysterious, malevolent force has abducted Kryptonia's princess, along with the king's royal golden treasures, shaped curiously like large foodstuffs. The king's washed-up knights must suit up and descend into the ancient palace crypts on a rescue mission. Anyways, and then we got Canarium coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on February 12th for $19.99 as Frank Gilman, a member of the anthropology department in the Miskatonic University. You have taken part in the Upuat expedition led by Dr. Faust, attempting to pass beyond the limits of human consciousness by using a device called Canarium. When you find yourself regaining consciousness, you are alone in the Antarctic expedition base, and you remember nothing. Soon, you will discover that having used the device during the expedition, you have died, but then returned subtly changed. Speaking of strange memories and of strange places, you have lost something important or gained something sinister. Explore the Antarctic base, as well as dreams and visions. Study clues, unlock secrets, experience alternate realities, but avoid macabre beings present there at all costs. That sounds interesting. Then we got Meow Motors, coming to PS4 and PC on February 12th for $19.99. Meet the Kitties.
Please tell me this is a kart racing game that's about cats, because that would be fucking awesome.
It is.
Yes.
Meet the Kitties, the main heroes of this go-kart racing game.
Fuck yes. I want to play this.
You will take to the track and play as one of a dozen colorful cats, memorable for their different characteristics and unique personalities.
Is this coming to Switch?
This is coming to PS4 and PC. See, that's one thing. Like, your cat's got to be unique. Because cats are very unique.
Yeah,
they're individuals.
They're all unique, yeah.
Anyways.
Dude, I want that. I don't know why I want that.
It's got split screen.
I would love for a dog version of that, too. That'd be dope.
Oh, my gosh.
I need both. That'd be sick.
Bark carts.
Oh, fuck.
Then we got
That's fire, dude.
They got the King's Bird coming to Xbox One, Switch, PS4 on February 12th for $19.99. The King's Bird is an artistic, momentum-based game that seamlessly combines precision platforming with physics-based gliding. Escape into a world kept secret by a tyrant and discover the truth about your freedom.
2.
Yeah, and that's it, guys. That's it for this week's releases.
Big week.
Big week, little week at the same time, got some heavy hitters, and then we got these games that it's like, what the fuck?
Some not so heavy hitters.
Yes.
Tokyo exchange student sex games. Like,
I'm kind of into that one. I want to see what happens there. I want to see what that's rated.
Do a let's play, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's go. Get some consent. You know what I'm saying?
What?
That's what it says. It says with the right words. Oh, they're not talking about consent, are they? They're saying like you're.
No, they're like like the right words. Like, hey.
Oh, that's even
pretty
creepier.
lady.
I thought like he was like with her being like, okay. Well, I am just appalled now. Yeah. No, just kidding.
Pretty appalling.
But it sounds like a fun
game.
And
they try to play it off like, oh, you'll learn the Japanese language better. Like, nobody's buying that shit to learn the fucking Japanese language better. Like,
yeah,
come on.
They're all there for the scantily clad, Japanese girls that were hand-drawn by some 50-year-old man.
Trying to get their Kenichi Wawa played with, you know.
Ew, that's kind of weird. Kenichi Wawa. Anyways, let's jump into currently playing Brent Bass. Yeah. You know, I know what this is going to boil down to. Save the Kenichi Wawa. No, but, anyway, so ooh. Apex Legends. That's what I've been playing the shit out of. I played some with Matt. I played some with Tim.
Tell you what, man.
Tim and Matt, and then I played some with Anthony, then Josh, a bunch of people from the group. We all got together and played some Apex Legends.
Yeah,
man.
Dude. I've been playing with Devin, and I played a game with...
Damn, the whole group's doing this shit.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's on that shit. It's fun.
It is. It really is
I've been
fun.
playing a lot, dude. I got a win.
Me too.
I'm so excited about my win.
I saw you got a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm real hyped about it.
That's what I like to hear.
I've actually played some games that like I feel like I played like better than my game where I got to win, but it's like, I got to win.
Same.
You know?
Yeah, like I feel like I've gotten my kills up. I play a lot as Bangalore.
What's your gun? What's your favorite guns?
It's tough. I like the just the straight up the Scout, like the G7 or whatever.
G7's pretty
I like it when it's decked out. Like I feel like really good with it.
Some of the guns are really good when they're decked out. Like the Devotion is fucking dank.
I hate the Devotion, man. I can't get a handle on it. It's
you gotta put the legendary chip in it that makes it like
single shot.
No, it makes it shoot fast right off the jump. You know how like it kind of has to wind up.
Yeah,
it'll make it like shoot really fast right off the jump. And like, dude, if you hit anybody with that thing, it fucking kills them almost instantly.
Well, see, I'm a huge fan of like semi-automatic and like burst fire.
What you want if you like semi-automatic, you need to get the Wingman pistol.
I always carry a Wingman on me. I always got that thing.
The Wingman is the most crucial gun in the game. If you get like a purple clip on there,
oh yeah, dude,
it's over, dude. It's so accurate. You can hit people like across the level with that thing, and it does like 50 damage. So you need like 4 shots, and you can kill somebody. Like
it does like 90 if you get a headshot.
Or if you have the little the skull piercing chip on it, it does like 110 per headshot. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I like how limited the guns are, like how many there are, but then how many options you have with the guns,
with the like attachments and stuff. And there's still some guns I haven't even found. Like I haven't got a Mastiff shotgun yet in anywhere other than the training. You got to get them from supply drops, and a lot of times I don't have the nuts to run up to a supply drop.
Yeah,
somebody's looking at it.
Well, the Peacekeepers are alright. I'm not a huge fan of the shotguns though. Like the shotguns just aren't my thing in this game.
The Peacekeepers are alright. It's a little slow. Like if I'm gonna go close quarters, I'd rather have the Wingman. You know what I mean?
The problem is you very rarely get close quarters in this game, and when you do, everyone's just going fucking nuts that the shotgun's like almost impossible to land.
I like the sniping in that game.
Me
it's
too.
Really satisfying. You know what I'm good with? The triple threat.
Dude, triple threat is dope.
Triple threat is so dope because you barely have to aim. You just kind of like point in the right direction and you pull the trigger and you'll do like between 20 and 50 damage.
Yeah, just
you know what I mean?
Dropping people.
Dude, for sure.
I like the one that kind of looks like a battle or an assault rifle from Halo. Forget which one it is, but it's got the little triangle like display on the top.
Oh, the Prowler.
Yeah, the Prowler. I like the Prowler. It's not very powerful.
Has another chip you can get the Select Fire chip for the Prowler. That's pretty good.
Yeah, like I
The
said,
recoil's too much for me on the Prowler, though. I like the guns with less recoil, like the alternator. Fucking, if you get a big clip on it, it's pretty okay. Some of the, R99 is okay.
I like that one a lot too.
Yeah, it's a good game, and not to mention all the character classes. I really want to unlock that Mirage guy who sends the decoy dude out.
Yeah, I'm so close. I got like 8,000.
Oh, really? I've got like 6,000. I guess I haven't been going as hard, but dude, that shit is fun, man. I know I keep saying it, but like, I'm so pleased, like with just a free game.
Me too. I
haven't
really
felt this satisfied with a free game since Fortnite first dropped their battle royale mode. You know what I mean? Like,
I haven't had this much fun with a game in general in a while. Like, and to be frank, like I really haven't. And like at least to the point to where I am right now, where like. Even today, I was like, "Oh shit, we got to record the podcast tonight." I really wanted to play some more Apex Legends. I was like, and I mean,
I'm
like,
probably gonna play some as soon as I get home.
Yeah,
I play a few matches every night now. I feel like,
Me too. Like, probably too many. Yeah. Like, it's just constant. Usually, I'm the first one to be like, "All right, I gotta go, guys." But like now, I'm always like the last man standing.
Dude,
like,
yeah.
I'm just like, fuck.
And I like the ping system. Like,
love it so
it's
much.
so convenient because, like, even if you don't have a mic, you can communicate.
And even if you do have a mic, it's easier to communicate.
Show where stuff is. Yeah.
Instead of being like, "Oh, it's over here in this building," you just ping it. It's like, hey.
Or enemies. If you see an enemy, be like, "Oh shit!" Bing, 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 bing. Just ping them like 80 times. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. This is definitely one of the first games where I felt like that bullshit like E3 preview of a game feels like that, where it's like, all right, I'm going in on the left side, like check my 6, like all that bullshit. Like this literally feels like that.
And I like how you can use like, I don't know, everybody's powers in combination with each other. I can't wait to see what they do with the characters, like the portal. I like the whole, going through the portal with the girl and those zip lines and the shields and like the like healing girl.
Yeah,
everybody's
got
their own
good when
thing.
It works.
Yeah,
like when you pull something off, like with the abilities, like as a team.
Oh, dude,
you're just like, dude, we fucking
so
killed
satisfying. Like I like to be the big shield guy a lot of the times, and like
Gibraltar.
Yeah, I find that like people I'm with, like randoms online, will try to do like standoffs in the middle of nowhere, and we'll just be getting sniped and blown up, and everybody's dying, and like both my teammates will fall over and die, and I'll just throw one of those shields down. And it's like just enough time for me to like revive both of them and like get out of there. You know what I mean?
Dude, that was like something that happened, with Josh and me and Anthony. Like, we didn't play so well in that game, but just at this one part where we like survived an ambush, but like two different teams like flanked us. Like I guess they were going after each other, but then they saw us like just kind of nonchalantly like roaming around, and so they came on both sides. But like I was playing as Bangalore, and like Anthony was Gibraltar, and he like throws down the fucking shield, and I just like like we all start taking off. And like we can, they're just like coming up behind us. We didn't really have any weapons yet at this point. It was like right at the beginning. And so like I turn and I just like shoot my like gas canister. Yeah. And just like, and like we all like go under this like little, tunnel and disappear. Nice. We all get out, and then like you see that they kill each other like seconds later, we're just like, fuck, dude.
That's epic.
Then we load up on guns and go and
I love
play
that.
It's so good. I love the like first drop in. It's not always intense when you first drop in, which is great. Like I like that feeling of sometimes you don't have to run into people and get fucked,
Yeah, I like the jump leader concept where you like are like attached to the jump leader until you reach your destination or until you want to detach, because like some games like PUBG and Fortnite, it's if you're playing squads online, a lot of it is really tailored to like people who don't have a mic and just are playing online.
Yeah, everyone hangs together.
The ping system, the whole way it like keeps you attached to the jump leader, it does a good job of keeping you in a group, which is really cool. It feels, I don't know, it's the most like squaddy game. Like very seldom do I get a random squad online and like nobody wants to work together. You know what I mean?
And it's very streamlined. Like, how like in PUBG you have to go to the map to suggest like an area to land and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Here you just look, point, and it's
awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
So good. Anyways, but that's what I've been playing. And then what about you? I know you.
So I've been playing a lot of that. But it's such an intense game. I have to have my little bullshit offshoot games, you know. So I've been giving my Switch a little love. I had a Switch card that I got for my birthday, and I got a few like indie games, and I bought this game Thimbleweed Park.
Oh yeah, which is supposed to be like a masterpiece of point and click.
Yeah, it really is. It's toe to toe with any point and click game I've ever played.
It's that good.
It's that good. It's just as good as like old school King's Quest or Monkey Island. It's got the same kind of format. It's like the really old school games where you have like the actions in the corner, like pull, push, use, open, and you like pick a verb, and then you pick the
like
thing.
The old Sierra games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like exactly like that. You know what I mean? So like basically, it's really interesting. The plot of the game kind of reminds me of like
X-Files. That's what I heard. It's
a little bit like X-Files. It's a little bit like Twin Peaks.
That's what it was. Twin Peaks.
You know what I mean?
My bad.
No, it does kind of have an X-Files thing too, because it's like two cops, and they're like Mulder Scully kind of vibes. I don't know. It's really interesting. You hop between the two cops, and I've played as like a clown and this girl who wants to become a game developer. I don't know. The story is pretty interesting so far. The puzzles are very hard, but like satisfying. And if you get stuck, there's like hint lines you can go to.
Oh, nice.
So like my recommendation is if you are playing this game, at the beginning of the game, it's like, do you want to play hard mode, which I guess is harder puzzles, or like easy mode? I picked hard mode, and so far I've only had a few times where I was like stumped and I had to look up a hint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of it's like common sense stuff, or not even common sense stuff, but like stuff where it's like, how would I do this in real life? And then you work it out that way, and then you kind of have to work it out in the game. I don't know. It's interesting, but it's really fun.
Nice.
I recommend it if you like that style of game. And I've also been playing Pool Panic, which is an Adult Swim game, which is kind of weird. But
is this like the pool table, but open world?
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah. So you're a cue ball, and the game starts out and you're on an actual pool table, and you like play a game of pool basically, and then like you start going through this world, and like you go to these pool tables that are progressively less and less like pool tables, and like you're trying to knock the balls into holes. This is basically the idea. And once you get all the balls in the holes, you hit the 8-ball in the hole, and then you follow the 8-ball in the hole. But like it's I don't know, it gets really weird and interesting, and you get to these like crazy ass levels, and like,
is it fun?
It's a lot of fun. And it's bigger than I expected it to be. I only paid like $4 for it or something, and it's a good game,
Nice. That sounds fun. Sounds very physics based.
Yeah, it's a good one to just kind of when you want to just turn your brain off and just like dick around. You know what I mean? And I also went and got a memory card. It's only like 16 gigabytes, but I feel like that extra 16 gigs.
It matters. Yeah, definitely.
Pump it up a little.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Nice. All right, so that's what we've been playing. Y'all let us know what you've been playing in the Facebook group. We're going to jump on over to the topic of the show. Today's topic of the show is new legends we want to see in Apex Legends. Now, this has been just a hype as fuck game. We decided to hop on it while we're still hyped with it, So yeah. I went through the method of coming up with a tactical, a passive, and an ultimate for each of the characters.
Me too.
Good. I didn't know if I should tell you to do that, but I was like, I imagine he already
did that, and I even gave the guys like
names.
Kind of a name. Yeah.
Same, except for like one of them. But
yeah, same.
Anyways, so how do you want to do this? You want me to start? You want to start?
I can start it off if you want.
Okay. And these aren't in any specific order as like best to worst or whatever. It's just our
These are just some ideas we have. I got a couple that I like though that I feel like I'm pretty proud of.
Me too.
Okay, so I got one, and he's called Bounder. Okay.
I like this.
Yeah. So his passive ability is that he can just jump higher than average. You know what I mean? Like significantly higher.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. His normal ability is that he can wall run for 30 seconds.
So this is the
or maybe
tactical
20 seconds or something. Kind of like a ninja guy.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And he'd be like dressed like a ninja too. And his ultimate ability is he gets a jetpack for like 20 seconds.
Okay, so yours is literally a crazy variation on my character is like almost the exact character, but mine is a Titanfall character. And so basically, his tactical is a jetpack that he can use on and off, kind of like the smoke grenade. And you have to wait like 15 seconds or something. Anyways, his passive would be parkour.
Yeah.
So like literally like a Titanfall character, and then his ultimate would be a Titan strike. So instead of having like an airstrike, you have like a Titan bust up from like behind like the characters and just fire like a heavy assault type, like just a quick like 20 second, not even 20 seconds, that'd be too long, something very quick. This one was kind of up in the air. I was like, I don't know how I would integrate the Titan, but I'm thinking that because you have the airstrikes with like bombs, he would just fire like a machine gun type thing into like, or maybe like a sentry type thing.
Maybe the Titan would just drop and be like passive, and then you jump in the Titan, and then for like maybe 15 to 20 seconds, you could just use the Titan like a normal Titanfall game, and then once you're done, you just eject, and the Titan would explode.
See, my problem with that is that it would be so OP, though.
It really would be.
That's
OP.
why I was thinking you can't control it.
Okay, maybe the Titan doesn't have any weapons. It's just a Titan, and you can like punch and smash people and stuff. You know what I mean?
But you still have like the same health as like your normal character. Because I feel like that'd still be OP. Because you could just, if you're that big, you could just walk up on somebody and crush them.
Well, if it's like old school Titanfall, you could just like, as one of the characters, you could like kind of juke the Titan and jump on its back and just rip the thing off, and you know what I mean?
That's true. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, and it's like limited in time.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it would blow up really quick anyway.
We both went towards that same type of character, though, the jetpack.
I'm sure we'll get something like that eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. What you got for your next one?
So my next one's called Deadshot. His passive would be he's got reduced weapon sway and reload speed.
That's a good one.
His ability would be like bottomless clip whenever you push right bumper, so you could just like shoot for as long as your little ability was active. You know what I mean? And his ultimate ability would be he pulls out a bazooka with 3 shots in it.
I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just like a quick, like, just 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it would be like you could shoot him as fast or as slow as you want.
Get 3 shots with that.
Yeah, you just get boom, boom, boom.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Or maybe even 4 shots. Or no, it'd be like a triple barrel bazooka. It'd be cool looking. It'd be like a triangle of bazooka barrels.
I would say like maybe you have to like fire it all at one time.
Oh yeah, and they swirl.
Yeah, it's just
like
boop, boop, boop.
It would be a lot like Titanfall. Like you remember in Titanfall 1 where you could get the Titans that shoot the swirly missiles?
Yep,
it'd be like that.
Just like that. I like that. So my second character, his name would be One, and it's just ONE. So his tactical, he has telekinesis push.
Ooh, you push people off of.
Yeah, push them away from you if they're up close.
That can be really effective in battle because like there's no fall damage, but if you knock somebody off a cliff, you have to like go all the way around, to get back up to the fight, and that could change the. I've fallen off cliffs during a fight, and like my whole team is just dead by the time I get back.
And then his passive would be invincible to bullets temporarily while running. Just like after they start firing, kind of like when Bangalore has her passive where she runs, but she's not invincible to bullets. But and then his ultimate would be, or her ultimate, whatever, would be stops and returns bullets that are being fired. So just like One, like Neo. So like basically your ultimate, you get one time to like, if you feel like fire is being rained on you, you hit the button and every bullet and like whatever's coming towards you is stopped and then sent back in the same direction. You could do that
like the physics from Titanfall also, like the shield in Titanfall where you catch all the missiles and the bullets and stuff. You could just have like a force field go like 360 around you and just catch everything for a second and then send it back.
Well, see, I think you need to be facing it. I think that's part of the ultimate, is that you have to
it's the ultimate though. I feel like it should be like it's really fucking effective,
It will be like in the direction you're looking, it should take up the whole screen, but I don't think it should wrap around you because then like that'd just be too much.
That'd be crazy if you just like duck down into like a little dome and it just like everything like built up around you and then you just like
that would be
just,
cool.
like,
actually,
shot it all back.
I do like that one. Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
I like that though.
Cool.
Let's see. I got one called Phoenix, and he passively heals nearby teammates like really slowly. And you got to be really close to him. Yeah, but it doesn't heal himself. He just heals teammates. And then his ability would be you can like revive a teammate, but from a distance. Like if you got a down teammate, you like throw like a glob of revival goo on them and they like get back up. You know what I mean?
Oh damn, that'd be way too OP though.
Not necessarily, because if it's an area where you can't go to revive your teammate, then chances are as soon as your teammate gets up, he's gonna get shot and immediately get back down. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're talking about a full revive. Okay, so gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And what's the ultimate?
And then the ultimate is like if you die with your ultimate charged, you can revive yourself with full health.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But you can only do it like twice per match, and it charges really slowly. So you'd be looking for those ultimate accelerants like the whole time.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. I like how literally our brains were working the same here. My guy or chick, actually, her name is Hills. She wears heels. But anyways, I imagine a Bayonetta type looking chick. Anyways,
I like that.
So her tactical would be syringe sniper. So like if you can shoot one of your teammates with the syringe sniper, but you have to actually get the shot and it'll heal them. Like if they're far away, it'll give them like plus 50 or something. Say they're in a firefight and you just stay off in the distance. It minimizes how much gunfire or how much fire you guys have on the enemy, but it makes it up for you being able to heal and be at a distance. Anyway,
there's a character a lot like that on Overwatch. That like,
is it really?
His sniper rifle shoots syringes, and they heal your teammates and they hurt your enemies.
God damn it!
Yeah.
I thought I was onto something.
No, it's a really good idea. I mean,
and then passive, you respawn teammates 25% faster whenever you get to the little respawn point.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then ultimate is health absorb bullets. So whenever you hit people with so basically you hit your ultimate, you pull out a special gun, just kind of like the syringe sniper, but it's an automatic.
Ooh.
But anybody you hit with it, it absorbs health. So like as you
it like siphons the health. That'd be tight.
Yep. And but it does less damage than most guns, but like it's still it's a trade-off.
Dude, that would be sick. I like that.
That's Hills for you.
Okay, I got one called Loader.
Okay.
His passive is that he's got an extended clip on all the guns. Maybe not by much, but like every gun he picks up has like a slightly extended clip. His ability would be he summons ammo drops for the team.
Nice,
like,
I like that.
How like the medic girl does the drop. His
supply drop.
It would just be like that, but with like 3 or 4 types of like really good, like lots of ammo.
Cool.
And his ultimate would be he jams the guns of a whole enemy squad for 10 seconds. So, like, say you're looking at somebody start shooting at you and you use your ultimate on him, and, like, his whole team, their guns would just jam up for a second.
Damn, that would be so hard to balance, but I like the idea of it.
Maybe not for 10 seconds, but you know what I mean? Like, just for enough to, like, get your bearings and be like, hey, there's a guy over here kind of thing,
Hell yeah. No, I like that one. That's a good idea. What's his name again?
Loader.
So my next one is Melee Jack. His tactical, his melee uses a knife.
I have a melee guy too.
Yeah, and so instead of just punching with your fist, he actually has a knife.
I like that.
His passive, he makes less noise, so he can get up closer to people, say sneaking and whatnot. Because like if you haven't noticed, enemies are really fucking loud in the game.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
So like he makes like no footstep noises or anything like that. But his ultimate is a 2-hit kill katana. So like he basically pulls out a katana and his speed increases, and if he lays 2 hits on you, it's an automatic knockdown.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I think one hit would be more fair for the ultimate. I mean, you might as well.
See, I'm trying not to make the ultimates too overpowering because the ultimates now aren't very overpowered. Like they give you a good advantage, but they don't like it's not like, oh, this is gonna fucking obliterate, you know? Because I mean, like even with like Bangalore's like airstrike, the airstrike is so fucking hit or miss, you know? And like
same with the other guy's airstrike, but I don't know. I've still gotten a few kills with it. You know,
I have too, but it's like it's not as easy as you would think, and that's what I was trying to do with these. Is like it's.
But
like,
also, you look at some of the other ultimates like that are super duper effective. Like Mirage's ultimate is like fucking ridiculously
his
effective.
is ridiculously effective.
And same with Caustic, and same with fucking.
Caustic's is pretty effective. I mean, it's really just good for like...
It's good for clearing out a room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you got a bunch of people all camping in that fucking room, you just throw one of those bitches in there. I don't know.
True.
Fucking... And like the ones that like give you travel, like the zipline can be effective if you use it right. But the fucking teleport, the portal I found is actually really effective.
Wraith is like... so good.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't play as Wraith, but like playing with someone who plays as Wraith, it's like, oh shit, we got this,
dude. Yeah, for
you know,
sure.
like she's too technical for me.
But that one girl's ultimate is really good. I mean, you almost always get some kind of purple armor out of it, and
the
like
supply
a
drop,
dope scope. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But see, most of them aren't very head on. Like I'm gonna fuck your life up, you know.
No, and I think there needs to be more of that though.
I'm afraid of that. I don't want it to become that, where somebody figures out just the one character that fucks everyone.
I don't think it should be super overpowered, but I definitely think that the offensive ultimate should be buffed a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that. I kind of like the balance right now, though. It feels so good. It
feels great right now, dude. It's a lot of fun.
That's my biggest fear for this game is like, what are they going to do once they do like the season pass and all that nonsense? And like,
I think the only thing it's going to stay balanced. I really think so. But you are going to want the other characters. You know, and it's going to get to the point where I'm going to have to buy the battle pass just to like earn the fucking credits or whatever to get the characters because.
You gotta.
I want them, dude. I've almost bought them a few times already, but I'm like, if I just wait, I bet the battle pass will give me a chance to like earn points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like if that's how Fortnite's is, you don't really have to like. You could just buy the Fortnite shit, but you could also just wait for the battle pass to save a lot of money. You know?
Oh
yeah. So is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay, so let me tell you about my melee guy. So his passive ability would be he has one punch kills. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like he just punches the fuck out of you and you die. You
God,
know what I mean?
that'd be so scary.
Well, like okay, the first punch takes your whole armor off.
Okay,
and the
there we
second
go.
punch
Knocks
kills
you down.
Yeah. So I mean, like you know, you gotta watch out for
two-puncher.
this guy. He would be really effective at the beginning of the matches when you drop into a room and like you end up in a room with some guy and like he picks up a shotgun and points it at you and you just punch him in the fucking face before he can pull the trigger. You know what I mean?
That attack should be called the old 1-2.
The old 1-2, dude. That would be great.
I like it.
His ability would be he can take half damage for 20 seconds as like a passive, or not a passive, as like a tactical ability. You know what I mean?
So that one you have to initiate?
Yeah, you'd initiate it. So like say you're in a bad situation, you're getting shot up, you hit the button and you like run for cover, you know? You take like, it would save you just enough to like get into cover and hide. You know what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha.
And your ultimate ability would be you rampage forward, trampling everything in front of you. So you just go in a straight line forward, and like anybody that's in front of you would get smashed on. But you'd have to be like, they'd have to basically like
literally be right in front of you.
Yeah, like say you're in like a hallway or something.
Oh, okay.
Would be like the ideal situation for this. And you could just like sprint forward and like trample over everybody in the hallway and kill them all.
Nice. Or like you bust through doors too, because like the doors are destructible.
That would be crazy.
And like you could use that as like a way to like, it's like, okay, I'll bust through the door and distract while you guys come in, flank them behind.
Come behind, yeah. That'd be cool, like a breach.
I like it. I like it.
I like it.
Now my final one is Kamikaze. It's tactical, takes control of a scout drone. It doesn't have any weapons or anything like that. It's just you can initiate it to kind of check out the area. You have like a certain amount of time.
Yeah, that's
that
cool.
You can use it.
I like that a lot.
And then the passive is melee attacks received deal only half damage to, like if you're hit with melee attacks received deal half damage back. Oh, okay. So if you hit anybody with a melee attack, it gives you it gives you health.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if you can land melee attacks. But then the ultimate is self-destruct, causing massive damage to enemies in a small radius and deals half the damage to team in radius. So you're still harming your team. You still have to think about it before using it. It's not just like this kill-all, win type situation. It's like, okay, if I do this, I know I'm the last person on my team, and like maybe it's like me and one other person, they need to be outside the radius before I do this. And then will it be worth it? Because how many can I take out with this, in this radius? And then it makes you think. But that's why I think it would be a good idea, have him pull a kamikaze.
That's cool. I like that.
And then just like you're sacrificing yourself for the.
I was about to say it could be even more effective. It'd be hilarious too if you did like a Predator thing where it was like on your arm.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be cool.
So I've got 3 more. I'll blast through them real quick because
okay,
I'll go quick though.
What you got?
Let's see what we got here. So I got one. My least original name out of the group. This one's just Dave. He's just Dave.
I like it. It's kind of original.
He's just a normal guy. He passively regains health very, very slowly, like 1 health every 3 seconds or something, like really slowly. But if
So does your other healer guy, does he regain health or does he only give health?
He gives health.
Okay, so this guy
just gains it himself.
He's a selfish healer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's kind of a selfish character in general. His ability is he's got a portable shield battery that is like basically he can use over and over again to like recharge one shield person. You know what I mean?
He never runs out of shield cells or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But it takes like 15 seconds to recharge his L1 move or whatever, so he's got to wait like 15 seconds between every time he does it. And his ultimate is he rapidly starts healing and replenishing shields all at once. So if you're 1% health and you use your ultimate, you'll just start.
You'll just be right back at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like pulling having your Pokemon hold a berry.
Exactly.
In a fight. Okay.
Basically, his whole move set is centered around healing himself and staying, just healed. He would be one of those shield characters like Gibraltar, but way more healing myself.
More effective, yeah.
And then I got Fast Pitch. I think this is one of my favorite ones. His passive ability is he throws grenades way farther than a normal, you know what I mean? And anything you throw, arc stars, grenades, things like that. His ability would be he throws a ball that turns into a shield around your teammates. So it's like a baseball looking ball, and you throw it at your teammate and it hits them and it turns into a shield, and they can walk around with the shield on them. You know what I mean? I kind of stole that from Paladins. There's a character that does that.
Oh, okay,
puts shields around other characters. And let's see. And his ultimate would be he gets a bucket full of baseballs that are actually grenades, and he starts throwing them really fast, and he gets 30 of them, so he's just blowing everything up with the baseball grenades. You know
that's pretty cool.
I think that would be cool.
I imagine no, that's a good idea. Or at least some form of grenade that explodes on contact rather than just
like an impact grenade kind of thing.
Yeah, they you have quite a bit of them, but it deals less damage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They're just blowing up everywhere though. A rain of grenades.
I like it. That's cool.
And then my last one is Siren. Her passive is she does poison bullets that are it's not very much, but after she's done shooting you, there's a second or two where your health just kind of goes down a little more. Yeah. And then her ability would be a fake care package trap. Actually, I think that would be her. I'm gonna switch her ultimate and her normal ability because like I think the fake care package trap would be more effective actually as an ultimate ability. So like, say it's your ultimate, you call down this fake care package, it announces it to all the teams around, right? Like, care package incoming, and they all go to this care package, and then they open it, and it just fucking blows up on them or something.
That's pretty intense. That would make people less likely to use care packages ever.
It's true.
Especially if they knew somebody was playing as that character.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a good idea, because that would change the way people would play.
That's what I'm thinking, And her ability would be, like, basically a flashbang grenade, but it would be her screaming. You know what I mean? So, say you got a room full of enemies, and you just open the door and do your, like, ability, and she'd scream into the room, and they all, like,
concussion grenade type situation. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. Anyways, so
there's our legends, guys.
I'm feeling good about those.
And now, if you guys want to, come up with some legends, or maybe you've had some already thought up and you want to talk about them, please let us know on Facebook.com/groups/GameSpeak Podcast. And we're going to let you know who your champion is.
Yes, the champion.
Brent, give us a champion.
I'm about to tell you guys who the champ is, Just be ready for that, because it's
coming.
It's gonna happen pretty soon.
Champion incoming.
Oh man, there's too many hilarious memes on our group, and not enough. Where is
not enough questions?
I don't understand. I just posted it earlier.
Go to your notifications.
Yeah, I'm about to do that. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
here we go, baby.
Got some champions.
Here we go. All right. Let's see. All right, I'm going to give it to Dylan this week. Dylan's a champ. Congrats, Dylan.
People's champ, Dylan.
People's champ. Always the people's champ. Champ of the people.
Let's hear it.
Dylan says, it's episode 100.
It is.
What has been your favorite moment thus far?
Oh, man.
And what is a goal you hope to achieve with the next 100? Oh, God. I know. Deep stuff, right?
It's existential, Yeah. I feel like my favorite moment is probably just, man, it's really tough. I guess because didn't we kind of do something like this the last time we got to our first year? We did what was our favorite thing so far? Maybe Chad asked about it.
Something like that. Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of the last 50 something episodes since then. And probably getting video going. The day we figured it all out, I was like, okay, I can do this. I can edit. I can we can use a webcam until we can get a camera. Now we got the camera. Basically just figuring out green screen and video editing and stuff like that.
Yeah, the video. I really enjoy some of the interviews we've done. I don't know. I've had a lot of good times. Also, just, coming over here, gives me some, I like some nights I've spent just writing the episodes and stuff, really.
Yeah.
I get a kick out of that, I like reading the news and being like, oh, they're going to love this.
Yeah, right? It's oh, shit, I can't wait to talk about this,
Yeah, for sure.
And, getting to play games with some of the people in the group and stuff and having fun like that, I think is the best. Mm-hmm. Dylan, how come we haven't played Apex Legends together? I know you got an Xbox.
I know you got it.
We three need to do that. That would be dope.
As far as the goals for the next 100 episodes?
My nearest goal is two things. One, get back into doing interviews and having on guests on the show, which after
we've been on a bit of a hiatus doing, just because we got the video going and we were trying to make sure we're comfortable doing that every week, before we go back into interviews and stuff.
Yeah, which this next week, the plans are we're going to have a returning indie dev come back on to, set us off again on the train that is interviews.
Yeah.
But and then the second thing that I was going to say is getting the official setup going on here, taking this green screen down, getting some posters up, and just looking sexy.
Yeah.
We're going to have this background. People are going to be like, oh, I know that background. That's the GameSpeak package. The GameSpeak package. Anyways, Yeah. So what about you? What's your goals?
Yeah, you just said everything. That was my goal. I was gonna literally say most of that stuff.
We got the same goals, dude.
Yeah, same goals, same ambitions.
I like that.
You know.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go, Dylan. Congrats on being the champ. I hope you feel like the champ.
Yeah.
We also have Sarah here. Sarah is not the champ, but you know what?
She's still a champion.
She's still
inside.
a champ inside, and in our hearts.
In our hearts, definitely.
Sarah says, "What do you think about the game set at Chernobyl?" I'm not sure about this.
And maybe she's talking about it's not a new game, is it?
What game?
She said the game set in Chernobyl.
Yeah, what game? What game are you talking about? What game is she talking about?
I don't know.
What game y'all talking about?
Hold on, I'm about to figure this out.
He's gonna figure this out, Sarah. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna
It's Stalker. I was thinking Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl. It's it's a game. It's out on Steam.
It's
Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl is a first-person shooter survival horror video game developed by Ukrainian game developer GSC Game World and published by THQ. It looks a lot like Fallout, and a lot of the reviews on it say it's similar to Fallout, but in Chernobyl.
That sounds dope.
Yeah. So, how do I feel about that? I'd be down to play it. Problem is, it's a PC game, so it's tough for me to get on there and update those drivers and stuff.
See, that's the problem with PCs and shit. It's I'm not trying to do all that.
It's less than a year ago, I could play Overwatch and shit with my laptop, and I tried to download Apex Legends and play it on my laptop, and it was just so fucking it was the screen tearing and shit was so bad.
Oh, dude, that's terrible.
And I just hop on my Xbox and I play it like a normal human being,
like a normal human
being. Anyways, but yeah, no, it's pretty interesting looking. I want to look more into it.
Yeah, same here.
Unless you're talking about a different game, let us know, because
the only other game I can think of is a VR game where you just learn about the events of Chernobyl.
So exciting.
Probably not that game she's talking about. Sarah Brock asks a different question as well.
Double.
She says, "Do you think that the PS5 will release before 2021? There are talks of backwards compatibility all the way back to the original PlayStation. Do you think this is a good move for Sony?"
I think it'll be out before 2021.
Yeah, I agree. And I think if they do backwards compatibility, it can't be a bad move for Sony. You know what I mean? I mean, unless it's more work and they have to end up spending a fuckload of money on it or something. But, I mean, I can't imagine that wouldn't, earn them some points. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I think it would just be all digital. I think it would be backwards compatible in that format. I don't think you'll ever just be able to put a PlayStation disc inside of your PS5.
You never know, man.
I just don't see that happening because the discs were different. They used some weird ass fucking disc,
This is CD.
Was it CD? No, it was DVD.
CD-ROM, bro. Back in the day, I think.
I think it was DVD.
I think it wasn't. I don't think it was DVD until Xbox.
Was it? I don't know. I
can't
remember.
PlayStation 2. I don't know.
We'll have to look back at that. But I think for sure it'll be out.
It's a weird fucking disc, man.
It was. Remember they had the black, all black discs and stuff like that?
Yeah, they did have those every now and then. But I think
those
were just
ones.
fancy looking CDs. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, they were made to throw in the toilet when they get scratches. And then they work. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think for sure PS5 will be here by 2021. I think 2020 or holiday 2020 is whenever you'll be able to buy the PS5 and the Xbox 2 or whatever the fuck it is. And yeah. So
yeah, I think so too. I think they'll be announced. I think we'll probably get some kind of announcement from Xbox at E3 this year.
For sure.
If we don't, we'll get an announcement next year. And either way, it'll be out before 2021, probably.
Exactly.
Holiday 2020. That's my guess.
Fuck yeah. Is that it for the questions?
Yes, that's what we got for the questions. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. This week, we're jumping into This Week in Gaming History, just like every other week. But Brent, take us back.
All right, we're going way back. I got 4 of them that all happened over the course of 3 years.
Okay, what year are we starting with?
We're starting in 1999, February 11th.
What console or what platform?
PlayStation 1. It's kind of a hard one to guess, honestly.
PlayStation 1, 1999.
Yeah.
Siphon Filter.
No.
What genre?
Fantasy RPG. Fantasy RPG.
No, I'm just kidding. Final Fantasy. Is it Final Fantasy 8?
Yes. Good.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. Good guess. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So
Cool,
February
cool.
11th, 99. February 16th, 2001.
February 16th, 2001. That would be...
It's a lot like the first game.
Okay, so Final Fantasy 10?
Nope.
9?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I didn't know how long they took in between.
So you got 8 and 9.
Okay. Now where are we going?
2 years apart. So we're going to 2002 now, February 11th, 2002.
February 11th, 2002. What platform?
This version is the GameCube one, I think.
So Final Fantasy
No,
Crystal
this
Chronicles.
isn't Final Fantasy anymore. As
Okay.
a matter of fact, this is a game very near and dear to your heart.
Oh, and it's for the
It
GameCube.
is for the GameCube.
2002.
Yeah.
Was it Super Smash Brothers?
Oh no, I thought you were gonna say it.
Oh, Super Mario.
No.
What the hell? It can't be, just what is it?
Sonic Adventure.
Oh, okay, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Yeah.
No, see, this originally came out on the Sega Dreamcast. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. This is the GameCube.
Yeah, that's the
version.
best version. The GameCube's
Yeah.
the version.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that it?
No.
Okay, what's number 4?
February 12th, 2002. Another game that's near and dear to your heart.
GameCube?
This is the PlayStation 2 version, but there was a GameCube version.
GameCube.
Think hard about the game. Just start listing games you had for your GameCube as a kid.
Is it Medal of Honor Frontline?
It's one you played a lot.
Is it the Warrior? No, wait, why did I say the Warrior? Is it Freedom Fighters?
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game.
Because Freedom Fighters was my shit, dog.
It's a lot. It's kind of in the same vein. What else you got?
It's in the same vein as
What else
Freedom
did you have?
it? What? Oh fuck. Was it?
I might be thinking of the wrong.
Yeah. What is it? What is it?
State of Emergency.
That's on Xbox.
Oh.
That never came to GameCube.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the PlayStation 2 version that I'm talking about, though. Anyways, but you did have it, didn't you?
Yeah, I had State of Emergency on Xbox.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that because I had a GameCube, but I eventually had to get an Xbox because I was fucking getting nothing on GameCube. Yeah, but yeah, so that's it for this week in gaming history, guys. Remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast. We're done with this show. This episode 100 in the bag.
100.
We just threw him in the bag, just like the paper that we stole from the bank in Grand Theft Auto. How long can we make this reference go? Remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of CreateForSanity.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast directories. Be sure to submit any questions you want read on the show to GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group. Check out our video content on YouTube. All you have to do is search Create for Sanity. It's all one word. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle @JoffreyJamel and Brent at Brent Has One. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners,